hunger.
So, in the big release date news, we have a release date for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah. March is going to be very interesting this year and very taxing on my wallet. I've got not only supposedly a new system in the Nintendo NX coming out.
Is that supposed to come out in March?
That's when Zelda, the new Zelda game,
Yeah.
is supposed to be March, and they said that they're releasing both a Wii U and an NX version at the same time. So I mean that tells me, which they haven't said it is going to be March, but I mean you can only assume in your brain by saying, "Oh, this is." That they wouldn't release it on
Unless
Wii
they
U
put
and
out,
then NX.
yeah, unless they put out
weird.
the Wii U version first and then wait.
I would hate that. I would absolutely hate it because I'm gonna buy an NX on release date with that game, and I would hate it because I'm gonna be like, I might buy the game on like
On Wii U.
can't wait any longer. We have a lot that we haven't heard about the NX, so I really think. A lot of people are speculating that just any time now, it could just all of a sudden, you know, Nintendo likes to do their stuff and be like, here's a random Nintendo Direct that you didn't know we were doing. And
they're kind of like Apple in that way. They're like, well, the new iPhone's next week, or the new iPhone's coming out tomorrow.
And everyone's going to go out and buy it because, and I think Nintendo's really pulled themselves out of a pit with this and with their decisions that they've made lately.
Not Kid Icarus. Pit.
Not that pit. Maybe
Financial
that pit. We will be seeing that pit in November, I think, right? And on the NES Classic Edition.
Yeah.
Game I haven't played. Kind of just pull out a semi-deep cut there of the pit thing. Nice job. But we have that. There's been speculation that they're going to announce a Mario game at launch too.
They have to have a Mario game at launch.
Well. The speculation around the internet is a Mario experience we've never had before.
Oh.
Which they say that every time that there's so from Super Mario 64 to Mario Sunshine, like that. So maybe it's not Galaxy, but it's the next thing beyond Galaxy. Because as much as I would kind of like to say that the next thing after Galaxy was Super Mario 3D World. It really wasn't because 3D World was kind of like a spin-off of the 3DS one, Mario 3D Land.
They're all the same, Mario.
But anyways, supposedly Mario game. But what we're getting at is that we're gonna have something that comes out on maybe NX. I don't know.
Could.
But another thing that we're gonna be shelling out $60 at least for. Is Mass Effect Andromeda. What do you know about this thing yet?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Did you not see is it Gamescom? They had like a little gameplay demo thing.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, the way BioWare works, like, it could be something we see, or it could just be, this is how the game's going to kind of be, you know?
Well, it looked like a very refined version of the old game, but you could, like, jump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can jump, thank God. Been something that I've been hoping for years, because, I mean, Shepard, get over across that hall over there. Oh, there's a crate laying there. So you have to go through this room instead and waste time to save the galaxy. Why can't I just jump over it?
So yeah, all I know for sure is you're not Shepard.
Yep.
It's supposed to be in a whole nother galaxy instead of the Milky Way galaxy. It's the Andromeda galaxy, obviously. So
I don't understand how that's going to work, because I thought that Mass Effects could bring you anywhere in the universe already.
Yeah.
So, like, why couldn't you go to where this is going to take place if this is a different place? After spoilers, it's not even, whatever, it's been out for years, so we're going to, 1 through 3 is being spoiled in what we're talking about. At the end of 3, the worst thing that happened of anything as far as, like, ruining the endings were all the relays were destroyed.
Yeah. That
was absolutely ruined, like, universe. Not universe, like, in the game, but, like, the universe of Mass Effect, you know? It kind of ruined that universe, because it's like, now nobody can travel anywhere, and even their technology, they're not going to be able to reach each other.
Yeah, we're back at First Contact War.
Yeah.
So that's what you know, not to sound similar, but that's what slingshotted us into, into the universe is the Mass Effect relays. We discovered one out past Pluto.
Yeah.
And we were able to use it to get in contact with other races. We ended up fighting the Turians in that first contact war, but then that helped humanity get a universal stage and being part of the council finally. And
which, if this isn't just a complete reboot, I guess, of the story and everything, because so many people thought negatively of 3. I did it first until they fixed it. I was one of the few people that actually sent, because you could message BioWare, sent BioWare, hey, thank you. No one's probably going to read this, but thank you for fixing the ending at least as much as they did, which wasn't really.
It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to make it fine.
Yeah, it righted some of the wrongs, but maybe, I guess, if you are going to go off of that ending, maybe that's the way you make Andromeda is now it's been thousands of years, and now we're all meeting up again. And
yeah, that's something else. We don't know the timeline.
Yeah,
of Andromeda.
Is this before? Is this during? Is it after? Reaper story, I know, is not gonna. I've heard that the Reapers are not part of this at all. That's what 1 through 3 was. So I mean, what's going to be a bigger threat than the Reapers to kickstart this new game series? A lot of questions.
Yeah, there's
not a lot of answers.
A lot of questions, zero zip answers. They're keeping a tight lid on it, which is great because I love being surprised when I'm playing these games.
If they can make a game that is gameplay wise and a follow up to the 1, 2, and 3, it's going to be a game that you cannot miss.
I hope they leave multiplayer out.
No, man, I loved multiplayer in 3. It was a lot of fun.
I felt the multiplayer, them focusing on multiplayer, probably took away from the game.
Forcing multiplayer, forcing you to play multiplayer in 3 to beat the game.
You didn't have to. You just had to do a lot of other work inside the game.
Okay.
You could use your multiplayer avatar as an asset in 3.
Because
it wasn't required, but you just had to do more in the main game.
Well, no, it kind of was. In a way, if you had made poor decisions in the other games, you weren't going to get the best ending unless you played a lot of multiplayer. I didn't need to. I did anyways, just to make sure. I made sure that the way it worked is you had so many points, like war points or whatever the heck asset points. And then there was a multiplier. And at base, it multiplied by 50%, so you lost half of your asset points. That was your readiness points or something like that. And the way you got your readiness points, the only way you got your readiness points was by playing multiplayer. So once I got my multiplier to 60-something, I had enough points to go. But I got my readiness up to 100 before I launched the final mission of the game.
I don't think I did that.
You didn't do it at all.
Multiplayer.
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. If it would have sucked, I would absolutely be ragging on it. But I really liked the multiplayer because it felt like some games that multiplayer doesn't belong. It feels like you're playing a whole different game when you turn on the multiplayer. But I felt like I was controlling the same type of character and had the same options of.
I'm not saying the gameplay was bad or I didn't like the multiplayer. I'm just saying I think that the addition of multiplayer
took away
from the single player campaign because the ending was bad. I mean, we can all agree the ending of Mass Effect 3 is bad. So if they weren't working on multiplayer, maybe
they would have spent 5 more minutes to make it better.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at with that.
Fair enough. That's very fair. So, Mass Effect Andromeda, no matter what you do, if you're going to be a trilogy, make sure that the third one's good. The ending.
Make sure
they're all good.
make sure the decisions that we make matter at the end.
Yeah,
that's the
not just change the color of the thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. All the decisions in the game you made didn't matter. The only decision that mattered was the one at the end.
Before we go, one more gripe about the ending. Now that we're griping about the ending. There's a lot of things that are wrong, that don't make sense about the ending. But the biggest one is, where in the hell are Joker and the crew. What planet are they on, and why?
The one
They didn't slip. They didn't slip to anywhere. They just got off of the surface of the Earth while the Reaper was there attacking.
Didn't they? I think they hit the Mass Effect relay
In the extended version,
extended cut,
they hit the Mass Effect relay
before it exploded.
But why? Why did they leave Earth? Because their plan was we're gonna save Earth or not, or we're all dead.
I don't know. That's kind of like you have all of the universes armada at Earth.
Yeah.
And now all the relays are exploded. So Earth's just going to become like a refugee camp.
Yeah.
For all these. Either that is going to be a flotilla.
I don't know. I hope that they retcon it or like we don't
Explain
even
it.
care about like kind of like this happened so long ago we don't know what happened but now we're here so it doesn't matter anymore because the ending sucked of 3 so now we're making a better game.
So like Andromeda could take place in the same time as like the Stargazer from the post credits and
I don't even want to talk about that either. I hated that.
You didn't like Stargazer?
I hated the Stargazer.
Buzz Aldrin?
Was it Buzz Aldrin?
Yeah.
Oh, I hated it anyways.
You heard it here. Jake hates Buzz Aldrin.
Tell me one. That's not what I said. You sound like CNN. If I was running for president, you're CNN right now. I just said something right here, and you took it and you took the little words out and put Jesus. Sorry, but I'm just getting so worked up. I'm gonna break your house. I don't even know, man. That's not what I said. I hate Buzz Aldrin. The only Buzz that I like is Lightyear.